They'll be calling you a radical. Hi, Kevin Blanch. I want to give you guys an update on my cancer and what's going on. As you guys know that have been following along with this vlog, as I've been ranting and raving, carrying on about nuclear fallout along the Wasatch and how we're in this cancer epidemic, and Fukushima is going to give us all leukemia. It's going to give millions of leukemia, and I've been so involved in this dynamic. And then I get cancer. As I was hit by a truck one day, boom, as there were no symptoms, there was nothing, I just, bam, smacked. As I was misdiagnosed over and over by multiple doctors, told I had 2 months to live, as I got militant and I fought, and I dove in, found a YouTube video on carcinoid slicing. Had they had it wrong, I fought with doctors. They wanted to gut me and open me out, and I refused the surgery. As I've walked along, and as you guys know, I went through hard, given 2 months to live, got down to 129 pounds, 173, critical condition for hundreds of days. As by a miracle, a doctor, I argued, I fought, I got militant. I found a way to live. I found a way to survive through all your prayers, through all this YouTube vlog has been with me, as you've been with me, as they've been with me, as the angels that died in front of me have been with me, those little angels, those leukemia fighters that have passed to the next places. They have won, as they have not lost, for they have won if they have been with me. As I put on this last video, anybody who wants, I had a hunch, I had a feeling this is going to be one of my very important tests. I've been bone marrow biopsied multiple times. I've been PICC lined, I've been lumbar punctured into my spine, everything, as I got lucky and landed at this sacred said place on the very said ground the first Mormons come to, this place, that hospital, that the Mormon church, the most wee place on the face of the earth, LDS Hospital. There's those beautiful freaking angels before me, angels with me, saved my life. The most wee place on earth, a team of doctors, Finbo Person, Julie Ash, Dr. Mitchell, these beautiful multiple doctors, so many doctors as they stepped in that love, the food servers, the maids, as I got to know one of the maids from Bangladesh, as everybody says, oh, they serve you food, they're just, they're brown, they don't know even speak English. Oh, really, he was a school teacher, they're brilliant. As all of them, the whole team effort, miracle after miracle after miracle saved my life as I fought with doctors who had it wrong, who didn't care, who wanted to just slice and dice and open me up and tear my guts out. We're going to do this. And I says, no, as a YouTube video. Social media say, I had a hunch as my platelets have been stuck. As the brilliant Finbo Peterson, as I'll tag this video, has said, Kevin, your case is rare upon rare. I've been stuck. My platelets have been stuck because I believe these kind of cancers are rampant. I believe we're having an epidemic, as Sokolov, Einstein, they all said, Oppenheimer all said, as this genie is let out of the bottle, it's only been around for 70 years, nuclear fallout, as it is let out of the bottle, that it will, we will pay 2, 3 generations, new cancers that is accumulated, building up the multiple cancers. Everybody's dying of cancer, as we are in epic denial. It is nuclear fallout that is killing us. I say Fukushima, as it's right here, and I'm right here on the same parallel, moves across this open plain as the Nevada test site moves across this open, and we all get cancer. As we fight, we fight, we fight. We're in epic denial as our loved ones die. We are epic denial as nuclear fallout is killing us all. As we are the most ignorant, self-indulged, radical, ignorant generation of all time, and which I approve, which this is what this vlog was all about in the inception, as it morphed into cancer. Is that beautiful place up on the hill, our little sacred set place, as I put out the call. Anybody want to go with? You're welcome to go with. Please go with, and I will show you this place in its face. So I took those 2 girls on the field trip, Megan and Melissa, my massage therapists, who fingered me back to life. Those 2 girls, yeah. Please, can we go? As I took them, let them see this field trip in their face. The bone marrow biopsies, the people shriveled up, fighting for their life, the central lines, as this wee thing has saved me. I want to tell everybody, I finally got a good test. Finally, 14 months. I was so happy. I am so happy. That hospital on that hill, that sacred, said little place that saved my life. That team, the most wee place on earth, right there at the top of the hill. I think it's so ironic that my relatives, your relatives, our relatives, as they migrated from Denmark, as here they were in that sacred said place, right on the sacred said ground. As for they are not Christians anymore, as the Mormon people, as they were we, as this place is we. This is the most wee place on the face of the earth. That little nook up in the top of East 8 as I looked down over that temple, as I made my videos right between 2 bricks. There I was. They saved my life. I cannot say how much I love the doctors, Dr. Mitchell, Dr. Ash, Dr. Peterson, all of them, those beautiful PAs, Peter, Kelly, all of them incredible CNAs, Caitlin, Melanie, Kelly, Jessica, all of them, Tony, the nurses, Tony, Whitney. I was critical condition with no chance. As this vlog, if you guys have been watching, has been my way to survive, to live, to report, to tell, to live to tell. This has been my way. I have fought. I have been militant every single day, every moment, every second. I have not rested. As those two girls went with me, Melissa and Megan, and we sat, and Dr. Mitchell come in and said, Kevin, you finally got that test. You're moving up, finally. I mean, to be overwhelmed and overjoyed to know that I have a 50-50 chance of living now, as I had no chance. As I want you to know, this is so acute. It came on me. As they say there's symptoms. Oh, no. No symptoms. One day, hit by a truck. Thought I had food poisoning. Epic pain. Shriveled up to nothing within days. I went from freaking 173 to 129 in days. Had no chance. It took miracle after miracle as horrible, shitty, terrible, ridiculous, idiot, self-indulged asshole doctors tried to kill me. Many of them tried to kill me. They did everything they could to kill me as I fought. And I found, doctors, the moral to this story, get more than one. Get multiple. Get as many as you can. Get all the diagnosis you can. Beg, borrow, steal. Do whatever you can. Get on an airplane. Go to the best honor college you can find. See what one says, then go see what the other says. That's it. And do not let them open you up. As I refuse the surgery. That's all they know. Cut and gut. Cut and gut, as he told me. He argued me. We're going to take it all out. I says, oh, no, you're not. Oh, no, you're not. I refuse. I fought. Then miracle after miracle, his doctor stepped in, this doctor stepped in, as them beautiful doctors, I finally landed there. I says, I will not go to that place up there. It's been under construction since I was a kid. I am not landing at L.D.S. He said, oh, yes, you are. You don't know. Oh, what a miracle I got landing there. For that is the greatest place on earth. That is the most we place on earth. That big group of multiple brilliant doctors and those incredible, loving, kind, on my back, tickling my hand, fighting for me, struggling with love, The social workers, the food servers, the maids, from A to Z to the doctors. No one outranking anyone else, all of them together, the middle borgos. As I was going to have a bone marrow biopsy, and we've argued and we've fought, and we didn't know, and we've waited, and it's been this whole time. I don't know if I made the right decision. I don't know if I right. I decided not to, on the advice of the doctor. We all grew, but it was kind of, should he do it? Should I? It's de novo, OS, this rare form of cancer that's formed inside of me. As this epic, amazing story has unfolded. As it is my calling to call. Are you kidding? After all this I've been through, anybody who's watched this from the inception, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? If this is not me, we, then what is? Nothing. I have some very hard choices to make today as I wrote this on May 10th, as she called from the hospital and said, as they bone marrow me one last time, prepping me for the bone marrow transplant, saying it's not good, things are not going well, as they chemoed me so hard 3 times down to nothing, as they saved me, as they rebooted me. You could hear the crackle in her voice. Dr. Mitchell, that beautiful angel who saved my life. They saved my life. That place saved my life. Kevin, I think you got a miracle. I think we see a little flicker in there. Let's walk this walk. Let's get militant on your diet. As I know you've been. As I hike every day. Oatmeal in the morning. Fresh fruit at middle day. 5 bananas a day. Music, love, all of you together with me, the cards, the letters, all of it as you've saved me. As you came to me, this YouTube vlog has saved my life. Your prayers have saved my life. They have saved my life. I have some hard choices to make today as I wrote this on May 10th. As I was trying to make the decision on the bone marrow transplant whether I would live or die, I didn't know. It was right then. It's been there the whole time as I finally got a platelet count that moved up on Friday as those 2 girls were with me. I have some very hard choices to make today. My bone marrow is producing platelets, but they are disappearing. Stuck at 30. Should be over 40 by now. The doctors want to keep me one more time for the road. I don't know. I had an angel visit me last night. A fairy with her magic dust. She has seen me many times before as the scar across my face, then the ribs stuck out, as I lived in a pool of light and a pool of blood on the ancient's lake floor, 2005, 1 year later, 2006. For it was not born with these scars across my face, it took years of living in this violent place. As he said, the young Marine, then the old wise bird named Dwayne, boy, you're way too pretty, I have no opinion. I am 52, and not so pretty. Opinion granted via the path of ambition and hard work, slumbered by haters in shiny cars and styrofoam houses. I found the sandpiper right next to my house. Then last night, the nameless girl on the bus came to me in my dreams. For the first time since her death in 2008, 3 years old, her own whacked out mother. She was with David, the 6'4" African-American athlete that still had the fro, never got rid of it, the most down-to-earth man I ever known. We call free, we call liberty, we call land of the ignorant. She, my fairy, my angel, sprinkled dust, my close friend, who was knifed to death at 55 years old, perfectly healthy, by a VA doctor, didn't want to pay for his sacrifice anymore. No, they, we, them, they, now me, said no, no more checks, no more rent, no more tears, just your blood. My ex-girl, who died in 2008 by a prescription pill driver, which by the way is legal all over fairy tale land, which you are supposed to be alive here. Here in the good old swing a dead man's body is a flag, named Pat, as he is murdered by a crystal light with a bush light in his hand. She visited me last night for the first time since her death. She, he, they watch over me. My dead father murdered by a load of haters and so-called Mormon Christians. He will answer the question. As for my doctor and my grandfather from the same town in northern Denmark, David Lewis of San Jose, California, that David who stood by me in the times of need, who was knifed to death by a VA doctor. They got off the train, and each other standing on the deck, our train depot here in Ogden, the Junction City, the Golden Spike City. The same spot my great-grandmother's eyes found my grandfather's in a true love at first sight stare. They lived right here where I live, the blonde-haired, blue-eyed Scandinavian couple with the adopted French name, Blanche, the French word for white. Their real names, Mickelson, Anderson, Danes. Is it time to go home? Yes, yes. But is home where the clock lives, or the birds mate, or is it back to Denmark, or is it in the next place? We, they, my loves, my liberties, my soul, she Adelia, he Dwayne, her the nameless angel on the bus, him David. Let the angels answer for me. They will answer the question. Am I needed here on earth to fight on, or is it my work done? I surely don't know. For we are not wise men, we are flawed, thus we are people, humans. Stop with the fake perfection, start with the imagination. As Everett Ruiz and I, as we walked the ancient lake floor as boys holding hands all the way, they found his body last year. His mind has been searched for over 2 lands and many keyboards. But I know where he lives. I have always known where he lives, right across the brown, dry red field, up the canyon, and in the nest of the sandpiper in my yard. They produced all these brilliant children right here on the spot of real estate, my spot, our spot, the sandpiper spot. Dressed in vintage clothes, she jumped up on me and wrapped her legs around me. And with her perfect body, those perfect legs, that perfect smile, it was still there, and she kissed me with true passion in her eyes. We walked away like that through the depot, he, her, we. Then I was awake, May 10th, 1869, 1858. 1960, 2000, 2005, 2008, 2012, 2. Kevin D. Blanch. The sandpiper told me yesterday, she, bird that protects her nest, as I follow her away from the nest, as she tells the hater she is wounded, and they believe. And her babies live on in spite of Rachel's killers, as they try to make a sequel out of a fairy tale, a sequel out of me. When I was a young art student, I had a professor. She handed us a block of clay. Got 5 minutes to go. And I made him. I've carried him around with me from house to house. A divorce, a broken relationship here, deaths here, deaths there. He's fallen, he's been broken. But I still have him. So I got a miracle. I got an absolute miracle. for those beautiful doctors, those amazing nurses, in that little corner right between two bricks, up on the hill, looking over Memory Grove, as those first ancestors of mine, ours, we, you, we, me, you will see, right to that scranch of real estate as they came. That we place, as they were we, as you forgot about we. For it is the jet stream, as Japan, Fukushima, the Nevada test site, Chernobyl, basically all on the same parallel, as we are we. For it is the jet stream.